listen to Nothing But Niners.
This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, sweeps down the sideline, throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and he's got it! Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
The San Francisco 49ers. We can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from the Nothing But Niners crew. And guys, the 49ers suffer their first loss of the 2023 NFL campaign, the first loss of Brock Purdy's regular season campaign. And guys, we are here to break it all down. Now, I'm going to issue an early challenge to you guys. I dare y'all to click the link that I'm about to post in the room and come on here and overreact with me. I will give any and everybody 2 minutes to say how they feel about this game. Come in, overreact with us right now, all right? And then we can have some fun. We can curse. We can scream and all that stuff, but I'm going to go through some formalities so that way when you guys start cursing and airing your grievances, I don't get in trouble for it, okay? So the link is coming. We will be doing the post-game pressers. Just make sure you guys are ready to talk. You don't have to turn your cameras on. You can hit the no camera option and your audio will come through, and that is absolutely fine, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and put that link in the chat. I hope to see you guys in here. There will be no victory shots today. The 49ers fall to the Cleveland Browns. The dog pound stepped up. 19-17 was the final score. That was the final score. The 49ers, who were scoring 34 points a game, were held to half of that production. Half of that production. Okay? We're going to talk about it. Was it the refs? Was it Jake Moody? Was it Brock Purdy? Was it Kyle Shanahan? Who knows for sure? But here's what we do know for sure. We will be breaking it all down, and I can't wait to do it. I'm excited to do it, so let's get through these formalities, and then we're going to have some fun, all right? Guys, if it's your first time here on the YouTube page, you see it scrolling across the bottom, man, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. Give us a follow on some of our social media platforms. We have Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Those handles are Nothing But 9. That is the number 9, Nothing But 9, ERS. We also have Facebook. We also have Twitch. Those handles are Nothing But Niners. We are live right now on my personal Facebook page. You guys can see, my YouTube page. You can see it right there. That is Mike Andrews 83. We will be bringing you guys in one at a time. First come, first serve. I see my man 805 Blackbeard is in here. Blackbeard, be ready in about 2 minutes. I'm going to talk some more because I know y'all going to be wanting to curse. I know y'all going to be wanting to say some things that you can't say in the first 7 minutes of a YouTube video, right? I understand all that. I get all that. So let me buy you guys some time. Let me share a couple of my personal thoughts with you guys before you start to air it out over here, okay? Because this was a game of games. This was a humbling game that the 49ers needed. This was a reflection game, all right? We had to reflect at the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, the Niners were being questioned. How many yards did the Niners have in the second half of this game? How many yards did the Niners have in the second half of the game? Here's what I do know. Before our final two possessions, possessions, the Niners had 11 yards in the second half. It's not acceptable. It's not Niner ball. It's not our standard. I don't give a damn what defense we're playing against. Not acceptable. Okay? You know what? Let me check my audio settings. I don't want y'all to think I'm yelling. I don't want y'all to think I'm upset. I don't want y'all to think I'm angry or nothing like that. Let me do some things really quick. Hold on. Let me click some settings here so my background noise isn't being picked up. I don't want to come off angry, loud, hostile, or upset. Okay? None of that. None of that at all. Okay? Unacceptable behavior from what we saw from the 49ers today. Brock Purdy finished this game 12 of 27, 125 punk-ass yards for 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Could have been more interceptions. Could have been more touchdowns. We'll break all that stuff down later on. Brandon Ayuk, 4 receptions, 76 yards. Could have been more receptions. Could have been more yards. Could have had a touchdown. We'll break all that stuff down later on. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Mason finally enters the game in the fourth quarter. He gets 5 carries, averages over 5 yards a pop. But for whatever reason, the Niners thought that it would be better to put Elijah Mitchell in, a guy who hasn't played much since week 1, week 2. They thought it would be better to give him snaps before Jordan Mason. Knowing that Christian McCaffrey was battling an oblique injury, they put him in there on a meaningless play, which for all intents and purposes, as far as I know, made things worse. He went in for 1 play, and then he immediately went to the sideline, put that heavy-ass jacket on to warm up, got asked some questions, and took his ass straight to the locker room. Not acceptable. Not when Jordan Mason has been showing that he can be the closer. Not when Jordan Mason has been showing you guys that, hey, you can depend on me when you call my number. Elijah Mitchell? Injured Christian McCaffrey? This wasn't a trap game. This wasn't a trap game. Don't blame it on the weather. They played in the weather too. And y'all, all of y'all out there that critique me, criticize me, curse me out because I said it's okay to say that Brock Purdy is not an elite quarterback. All of y'all out there. Guys, it's just 10 regular season games. Chill. Elite is not a definition, a title earned from a small sample size. And I use the example, never mind, I don't even care about the examples. But I said, hey, it's okay. He could be elite, right? And elite players have bad games. He still could be elite. But what I won't allow y'all to do anymore is come in here and definitively speak as if this kid is the freaking golden child. What I won't allow y'all to do is pretend that Brock Purdy gives another element of this Shanahan offense that we didn't have before. What I won't allow y'all to do is say, he's never looked like Jimmy Garoppolo in a game. Let's get off of Brock Purdy, because the truth of the matter is this. Despite all of his woes, despite all of his faults, he put the team in a position to win when it counted the most, right at the end of the game. You want to talk about a quarterback that's elite? I'll give him this. I will give him this. To me, an elite quarterback can have a very, very bad game and still put his team in position to win at the end. And Brock Purdy did that. With that being said, it is still too early to call this kid elite. Faithful, we need to see more. It's not an insult. It's not meant to dismiss anyone who thinks that he's elite. It is a fact that you can't declare someone's status of elite off of just 10 fucking games. It's okay. It's okay. He put us in position to win at the end. What more do you want? What more do you want? Now, were we aided by some calls on that final drive, that third down play that they called the hold on Jawan Jennings? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. But they got calls that helped them. In fact, they got calls that helped them win the fucking game. But I'm going to chill. TC, I got you in here. Are you ready? TC, are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, Mike?
Loud and clear, baby. What's going on?
You got me?
Man? Tell the people who you are, where you from, and get your grievances off, man. Air that shit out. Let's go.
What's up, bro? Man, what's up, man? It's TC, man. I'm out here in Sacramento, man, California. Yeah, listen. Hey, look, check it out. Yeah, listen, man, that be me in the chat, man. That be tapping in with y'all and all that, man. I be a little bit of everywhere, man, supporting and all that. But look, check it out, man. Like I said, man, dude is mid. I mean, the real deal. We got to calm down. That's what a lot of us was saying. It wasn't about just we were just trying to stick up for Lance. No, we were just saying Lance didn't get a fair shot, bro, about the whole situation. But he moved on with Dallas. We're not gonna make this about Lance. But what we were saying about Purdy, it wasn't saying that we were Lance stands. It was saying that, bro, we're crowning this kid way too quick and saying that he's a real deal and all that. Now we got our answer. We want to see what we look like with this dude having a bad game and coming from behind. We got our answer. I don't care about it's not on Moody. Moody was supposed to hit that kick. But at the same time, the real deal was supposed to have one of these godly games like he's been having. He didn't have that, bro. We can't keep jumping the gun. It's too early. It's been 10 games. We'll see how this dude panned out. If he's a real deal, there's no excuses. They got to win it all, bro. Period, point blank, in my opinion. Chill out on Brock, bro.
I feel you. And like I said, listen, man, people think that when I say Brock Purdy's not elite, they think it's a knock. I'm just saying it hasn't been long enough. He could be elite. He could be an elite quarterback in the NFL. I'm not mad at the kid at all. I'm not sitting here saying anything definitively about the kid. And anyone who does is absolutely insane. Either way, if you were sitting here declaring that he is good and he's a top 5 quarterback, you're wrong. If you were saying that, oh my God, I knew that he was going to fall back to earth. This is what we saw with Jimmy Garoppolo after his first 7 games. If you're saying any of those things, you are completely wrong. You are completely wrong. And you can't do it. You can't do it. It's too early. You can't do it. You can't do it. TC, man, let me ask you this question, though. All jokes aside, we saw Brock miss a deep, wide open shot to Christian McCaffrey that would have been a touchdown. He missed Ayuk on a play that would have been a touchdown. We saw Jake Moody miss not 1 but 2 field goals, and if you add either one of those scores to this game, we win this game. If you could have changed one thing in this game, and it doesn't have to be any of those 4 options that I gave you, it could be anything else. If you could have changed one thing in this game, what would it be?
You cut out, Mike. We got a bad reception. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Hear me? Can you hear me now? TC, you got me?
Now you cut in and out. I might have to talk.
Oh, he can't hear me.
I'm about to call back, Mike.
All right. I'm gonna let TC go. I'm gonna get Lil Lean in right now. Lil Lean, I hope you're ready. Are you there, Lil Lean?
Yes, sir. What's good? What's good?
What's going on with you, Playboy? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm hurt right now, man. Fuck you talking about? This is some crazy shit. Like, for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's wild, right?
Man, look, man. I feel like, for real, he overthrew so many plays.
3 touchdown passes were overthrown.
I'm like, yo, it's crazy. On top of the calls and everything, it's crazy. And how in the hell are you gonna tell me he misses a kick? Like, yo, come on, man. High draft pick like that, and he misses it. He was nowhere close to it. Like, I don't know. That shit is crazy.
And that was my thing, right? That was one of the questions I just asked the TC. Brock Purdy had 2 overthrows, one to Ayuk, one to Christian McCaffrey. Both of them would have been touchdowns. And then you had Jake Moody miss 2 field goals. If you make either one of those, we win this game. My question to you is this, and it's simple. If you could change anything in this game, what would it have been?
If I could change anything in this game, it would be the wide open he had McCaffrey right up the middle, and he missed him. And he missed him.
Right. Come on, man. Like, talk to me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He clearly missed him. And everybody all week, he's this and he's that. Look, man.
Come on, bro.
He has to learn.
Come on, bro.
He got to grow. He has to grow. And now that he got his ass whipped, I want to see now, what is he going to do now?
You got to answer to it, right?
Yeah.
Now you got to respond, right? Every quarterback, every great quarterback. I don't give a fuck what the name of the quarterback is that you pick. Every single one of them has lost a game before. It's not about losing. It's about how you answer. It's about what you do after a loss. It's about what you do during a loss. And here's the truth, though. Here's the truth. he did put this team in a position to win it when it counted the most. We marched down the field and we clocked the ball with 8 seconds left. Well,
it shouldn't
within
have
field
happened
goal
like
range.
that though.
It shouldn't have.
It shouldn't have happened like that.
But he got us down there. He did get us down there. And that this. I'm not saying that to argue against what you're saying. What I'm saying is this is the ultimate team game. This is the ultimate team game. Brock Purdy had all of the mistakes, right? Jake Moody
Kyle
had all
some
of the
mistakes too, though.
Huh?
I gotta blame him too.
Yeah,
I gotta blame the coach too, because it felt like to me, as soon as he heard everybody's hurt, McCaffrey's out. You know what I'm saying? It's like he lost his, you know what I'm saying, like the edge or whatever. Like he lost that spark. As soon as he found out he was out of the game, he lost his edge. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel.
Right. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I'm with you on that 100%, man. Kyle Shanahan is up at the podium. I'm going to get to him. I don't want to rush you off of here or anything like that. I do want to ask you 2 more questions, though, and then I'm going to let you go, okay? How do you think this affects the 49ers from here on out? Do you think that this was a serving of humble pie? Do you think that they just chalk it up as an off game? Do you think that the Niners were blaming themselves like, oh, well, we lost Christian and Williams got hurt and Debo got hurt, and if it wasn't for all of that, do you think they're sitting around saying those kind of things, or do you think they're answering something better? How do you think they bounce back from this?
I feel like now, if we don't come out hardcore, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a target on our back now. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is going to look at this game and be like, you know what? If we do this to them or do that to them, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta come out hardcore and change it up on them a little bit.
Talk your shit, man. I'm feeling you, bro. I'm feeling you. And the last thing is this right here, right? Do you believe that there are just some coaches and coordinators that can't win against other coaches and coordinators? And I'm going to be very clear with why I'm asking this question. I learned today during this game that Kyle Shanahan is now 1-9 against Jim Schwartz. Do you think that there's some people that just get in someone's head and, hey, it don't matter how good you are, when it's time to see me, you got to see me. I'm daddy.
Exactly. And I believe that, I don't know what he did, but, he definitely was in his head, like for real. So he definitely got to overcome some obstacles there. He really does, because if he don't, especially when it's time for us to go against them Eagles, if he don't overcome this option, man, I don't know how the hell we gonna look in December. And I'm being honest.
Yeah. That Browns defense is real. It's legit. I want people to start putting some respect on their name. I tried warning people heading into this game. I did pick the Niners to win. I won't sound like, some fool or nothing like that. I was clear that I didn't think we were going to get to 30, but I was 100% committed to the fact that this is the toughest defense that we played all year. They got nothing to lose. I thought this was going to be a statement game for them, win or lose. If they could have just made it a close one, that they did their jobs. Not only did they make it a close one, they found a way to win. I want to give all my respect to the Cleveland Browns out there. It's still fuck y'all, but respect still. It's still respect. Lean, any final thoughts before I go ahead and get to the next portion of the show?
Oh, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? I love your show. You know what I'm saying, man? Keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate you and the support, man. All right?
All right, fam.
Be safe.
Peace.
All right. That was my man, Lil Lean. Johnny Robinson, I got you up next, but I want to hear from Kyle Shanahan first. Darren, I see you down there, 4Life Niner, I'm sorry, and Blackbeard is back. I want y'all to stay down there if y'all can. If y'all got to drop out, that's cool, but make sure y'all come back. That link is going to work throughout the duration of the show. I will continue to post that link if y'all have to drop out. I want to hear from Kyle. I'll bring another person on. Then we'll hear from another person in the presser, and then we'll bring another person on. We're going to go ahead and ping pong back to back. I want all the faithful out there. If y'all want to come on in here and air your shit out, it is absolutely okay. I want y'all to be passionate. I want y'all to feel that fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm looking for right now. But in this moment right here, we have to bring the head coach in. He's got some shit to say. I want to hear what he's got to say about this loss.
All right, guys. Injury from the game. Trent Williams had an ankle. He returned. Debo had a shoulder. Did not. George Odom, thigh. Didn't return. And Christian McCaffrey had a oblique/rib.
Johnny Robinson, your neck.
Go ahead. No, we don't know yet. I didn't get a chance to talk to anyone individually, just the whole team. But I mean, it's always tough to miss that last kick, but that happens in football. You know, they played better than us today, and you know, that was the last play, but there was a lot more today than just that.
Can you walk us through the sequence before the kick on what you were thinking in terms of trying to get more yards and get a timeout left there? What were you?
Just trying to get more yards and letting it go down, and then we wanted to leave it there in case there was a bad snap or something, so we could spike it and have another play. And that's just what we felt.
What is your message to the team after a game like this?
We went in thinking it was going to be a grimy game, like it was, but it's, you know, we would have felt really good initially, like coming in, if we made that on the last play. But my message to them was, regardless of whether we hit that or not, there's a lot of stuff from this game that we got to improve on. I thought we made way too many mistakes on offense. You know, just losing a couple guys in the game. We had to switch a couple guys around, and we weren't quite ready for that, which starts with me with too many mistakes. And this is our first time having to come in after a loss in a long time, and it's time to get back in, go to work, and make sure we come back next week stronger.
It's also the first time we've seen Brock really struggle to that degree, just not getting anything throughout the passing game. Is there anything you can kind of put your finger on right away why that was such a grind today?
Yeah, I mean, we went against a very good defense to start with. That's why we expected it going in. I thought we did some good things in the first half. We had 2 opportunities in the first half to get 2 really big plays that I think would have changed a lot of it, and we missed both of them. One getting a penalty on it, so we didn't get to do it. And then we came out in the third quarter, got way behind the chains, whether it was a penalty, a stuffed run. We got in a ton of second and longs, which you tell me we get in that many second and longs, third and longs versus that defense, I got a real good idea of how it's going to go. But it wasn't just Brock, it was everybody. Everybody had their turn on offense especially, and it starts with me.
What was your view of the penalty on Gibson there?
I mean, my view was his intent wasn't at all to do that. It looked like the receiver was coming in there, jumping too, and it looked like they touched helmets from where I was. So, I mean, I don't have much of an opinion. I just didn't look that violent, but I'll see when I watch the film. I know what the rules are. So.
Like maybe the contact was on the shoulder rather than helmet. Did they tell you that they thought it was on the helmet?
No, they don't tell us. Yeah.
What makes this such a good defense?
I mean, the talent with scheme. I mean, they got 2 corners. They got really good. They actually got 3. They got good pass rush, really good pass rushers, and it's a really good scheme.
Dallas has talent too. You guys scored 42 on them. Why does this team have more success?
I just told you other parts.
Got that sequence before.
You don't compare one week to a team last week. Each Sunday's a different game.
That sequence before the half, they reviewed it, the sack, and they called it a forward pass. Did you get a good look at that or any explanation?
I did on the scoreboard. Yeah, I thought it was a fumble. I thought he underhand threw it, and I thought it came loose on his 2 thumbs, and that's why he just pushed it, and the ball came out very unnaturally for a pass, because I thought the ball was loose before he did it.
How much more difficult did it become to draw stuff up that worked without Devo and Christian both simultaneously up?
It's more about just getting all the guys ready for it. I mean, you got a game plan that's got enough stuff in it, but it was just moving some positions around. We just made too many mistakes.
Jim Schwartz has a history of putting together good defenses. What makes him a good defensive coordinator in this league?
Been doing it for a long time. Very sound. They know how to get there with 4 people and good coverages.
What about your own defense? Like, they were prolific day, but they made some plays.
Don't leave, y'all. Big Vern, I
No,
see
they're
you.
the reason we had a chance. I mean, getting that turnover at the end with Demo.
Or Life Niner, don't
getting
leave.
us,
Darren,
helping us win the turnover battle.
Johnny Robinson, you're next.
They're the reasons that we were in it at the end and had a chance to win. But I also still think that they can do better than that too. Giving up over 300 yards to there and not finishing it there at the end. But they were the side of the ball that gave us a chance today.
Is the run defense any concern for you at this point after 160 yards for Cleveland today?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't do good enough today. So it's, I'll see on the film when I look at it. Thought we did decent at last week. We didn't today.
Told this
So
motherfucker don't
we'll
leave
see why
again.
that was.
Get your ass back in here.
Take a couple more.
How much did you guys miss Dre on top-down defense?
What's that?
How much did you guys miss Dre Greenlaw?
I mean, you always miss your real good players. I mean, Dre's one of the better players in this league. Orange came in and did a real good job. But he had his best game last week, so I'll see when I get
Donald
on
just
playing the
snapped my
film.
man
But
in half.
definitely don't think that was the reason today. I'll see when I watch the whole tape, but definitely I saw him make some plays. I think he got a sack in there, got a TFL, so it was nice to see him in some action.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
Kyle Shanahan is done. Basically, he went up there and said, yeah, Jim Schwartz is my daddy. You know, we lost that game. Johnny Robinson, I hope you're ready. I know you said you're a first-time viewer. I want to thank you for checking us out here. Johnny, can you hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah,
There
what's
you
up?
go. Whoa. Let me clear my throat. You got one of them voices. Hold on now. I can't have you just out voicing me on my own shit. What's going on, Johnny? How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm doing great, brother. Bottom line is, first off, what's up to you and also all the Niner fans here? Man, we are good. You all need to calm down, take a chill pill, understand that those kind of games happen. I've been a Niner fan since 1980, and I've seen plenty of games where we had just as bad a game as this and still won a Super Bowl. So calm down, relax, chill, understand these things happen.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Now, you know, when it's all said and done, here are a couple of truths right now. You project the season all the way out. And the truth is this: the Niners are on pace right now for a 15-2 record. I think we would all take that. That's good enough for a number one seed.
Absolutely.
Doesn't change anything. You know, bad games happen to all good teams, all great teams, right? There's one undefeated team in the entire history of the NFL. It won't be us.
Sure.
That's okay, right?
Absolutely.
But if your offensive play designer is Kyle Shanahan, if your offensive play designer handpicks Brock Purdy over all the other quarterbacks, if your offensive play designer has Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, who had one reception, you got all these weapons, and you're supposed to be this phenomenal offensive mind. Why can't you beat Jim Schwartz? Because 19 points against that kind of offensive coordinator with those kind of weapons should not be enough to lose a game.
Well, I mean, I take it as this too. I mean, we have a target on us. Bottom line is everybody wants to beat us. We were the only us and the Eagles were the only two undefeated teams in the league. Everybody's going to get up for that kind of game.
We've had a target on us since 2019, bro.
But what I'm saying is this particular game, we weren't undefeated before like this, and this much hype about us. Everybody's been talking about how great we are for the past 3 or 4 weeks. So you can best believe whenever we go anywhere, teams are actually they're actually hyping themselves up and coming at us. I mean, that's going to happen. Bottom line is, no, I don't think Purdy is the absolute best quarterback in the league. I mean, I will agree on that. But bottom line is, I mean, Moody should have made that kick. I mean, it's a third round pick. He should have made that kick. I mean, he did get us down there close enough to actually win this game. And that right there showed heart alone. I mean, Jennings catching that pass like he did. I mean, they showed heart. No, they played a pretty bad game, but they showed a lot of heart at the end. Moody just had to make that kick.
Okay, I like that. I'm not mad at that at all. By the way, guys, the only comments I'll be posting during this show or reacting to will be the super chats, just so y'all know. So if you guys have something that you want me to read, say, or whatever, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to put it into super chat form. Not a money grab or anything. I don't care if it's 50 cents. I don't know what the rules are for super chats, but it's just there's too many for me to respond to by myself and respond with and react with the guests as well. So the super chats get saved, and I will get to them all one by one. I promise you guys. Now listen, man. Before I let you go here, okay, Johnny. Now you said you've been a fan since the 80s, right?
Absolutely, I have.
Including this loss today.
Right?
Because I think one of the best teams for the 49ers was that Eric Davis, what was that, 90? What, help me out here, brother.
94? You mean 94?
That was probably one of the best 49er teams of all time, right? I want to ask you.
I would absolutely agree. I mean, we had everything then. We had Dion.
Yeah, no, keep going. Go ahead. Talk about it, right?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What now?
I said you're absolutely right. Go ahead and talk about it, right? That
I'm
94
sorry, what now?
team was special. That 94 team was special. We had a top 10 offense. We had a top 10 defense. My question to you is this. they lost some games. I believe they were 15-1. I could be wrong, 13-3.
I think they lost 2. Yeah, I think they lost 2, but one was where they set all their starters because they were
right.
they knew they were going to
the
be
number one
in the
seed
playoffs.
already. Yeah, right. They had the number one seed already. You're absolutely correct. You're right. So my question to you is this: does this team feel like that team at all? I'm not saying are they as good. I'm not saying could they have beat that team or anything like that. I'm asking you, does this team feel that way?
Wow, man, that's a real good question. I have to say that, wow, no. So far as that 94 team, like you said, that 94 team was special. Once we got Dion, we were completely unstoppable. I mean, we had lost to, for those who don't who aren't old enough to remember, we lost to the Cowboys like twice in like the NFC Championship game, back to back. We then got Ken Norton, and we got Dion. And Ken Norton was a Cowboy, but we actually got him away from the Cowboys and actually had Dion too. And that right there was the difference maker.
Got you. Okay. So I just pulled it up because I want us to be correct. You know that well, maybe you don't know, but I've been doing these shows long enough that if we say something that's not right, they will kill us in the comments. So that 94 team was 13-3. But that third loss, I understand why you said 2. That third loss, they did sit all of their starters. Mike Shanahan was the offensive coordinator in that game. But I want to tell y'all the two games they lost. They lost by the score of 24-17, and they lost by the score of 40-8. I want to say that again. They lost by the score of 40-8. You go out there and you get blown out like that by the Philadelphia Eagles. People start asking some questions. They start asking questions. There's going to be questions following this game. People are going to start questioning Brock Purdy. They're going to start questioning the heart, will, and desire of some of these players that were injured in this game. They're going to start questioning the kicker that we drafted. I know a lot of people like to put that third-round designation on him, but he was only a third-rounder because of those comp picks, right? Like in a straight-up draft, he's not a third-round pick based off of where he was selected. But what do you say as the veteran fan, as a veteran faithful in the chat right now, Johnny, what do you say to all of us who are panicking and saying that it's not all glitz and glitter and maybe we've just been humbled and we're back down to earth?
Well, exactly what I started with. I mean, I've seen this team again, this franchise rise to the occasion so many times. I mean, we're going to have bad games. I mean, what does everybody expect to go perfect? Thing is, we're going to have bad games. We probably just had a bad game plan. And whenever we played with the Browns were ready, and we weren't. Especially after getting so up and hyped for the Cowboys game, they probably looked past the Browns, and unfortunately, this is what happens. Bottom line is they'll bounce back. I mean, we always do. Bottom line is we have a great coaching staff. We have players that are injured right now, but they'll be back as well. And compared to the competition, I think we look great, and that things look great going forward.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Any final thoughts before I let you go? We got Nick Bosa up at the podium right now. We're going to get to him, and then we're going to come back to my man Darren, who has been patiently waiting. He looks a little too calm, though. I want Darren to get turned up on me. I feel like he's going to bring some heat, though. But any final thoughts, Johnny, before I get to Nick Bosa and then Darren?
Absolutely. Relax, everybody. Just relax. We got this. We got this. This is just one loss. I'm looking at the comment section for all the and actually acting like they actually expected us to go absolutely perfect throughout the season. And just wait till the time we're in the playoffs to see how we do. We'll be.
All right, my man Johnny has not lost faith in anybody so far, and I'm just letting y'all know now. Johnny, I'm gonna let you go, bro. Thank you for jumping in here, man. Thank you for being the voice of reason.
Hey, thanks.
I don't know how much. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how much they're gonna agree with you going forward, bro. I don't know how much they're gonna agree with you, but I'm here to poke the bear. I'm here to probe a little bit. All right, I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper with some of the rest of these guys, but I like your mindset. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. I like your mindset. and we will talk about it. Even if we hadn't made that field goal at the end there, I feel like this would have felt like a loss, even if we had got the win. So I'm not going to worry about the results too much. I'm going to worry more about the process, and the process today is what was flawed. But it looks like a lot of fixable things. So Johnny, you may be onto something, man. Thank you for jumping in here with me. I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you for having me. Take care. Be blessed.
You too. All right, guys. You are up next, Darren. I see you down there, man. We're gonna get Nick Bosa in here. All right. Nick Bosa is at the podium. Let's see what he's got to say. Hold on. Nick Bosa needs a fucking haircut. Like, what is happening? I'm sorry. This has been going on for 3 weeks straight now. I don't know what's going on, man. Like, I haven't seen my barber, but my barber moved to North Carolina or some shit like that. Like, I don't know what's going on with my man Nick. Do we need to start a GoFundMe? I mean, we sent the money to George Kittle on the GoFundMe to pay for the Fuck Dallas shirt because we all supported that. Nick, we support you, bro. You got to wake up too. You got to do a little bit more for us, but we'll get to that a little bit later. I haven't heard anybody criticize or critique Nick Bosa yet, and I think he deserves a little bit. But we'll see what he has to say here.
How do you put this one in a perspective, just the way it ended, the way it went the whole game?
I think it's a learning experience for us. We had a good idea that it was going to be that type of game, just scrappy till the end. It's an unbelievable defense, and we needed to match their intensity, and we let up too much. So definitely a learning experience of how teams are going to attack us, especially teams who know our scheme because they run a similar scheme. But yeah, you just got to take it as a learning experience. I don't think we deserve to win today.
Yushak just said that everybody makes mistakes, and it makes you human, and ultimately they can end up being good for you. Is there anything you can take away from today that maybe down the road will become helpful?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely dive in on the tape, and like Fred said, look inward. I think everybody on the defense could improve, including myself, and it's early. We haven't lost in a long time in the regular season, so it hurts a little more. But yeah, definitely big time learning experience.
You had to stack about 3.5 minutes to go. What were you feeling right then in terms of, I guess, the chances of winning? Did you feel like that was going to be it, or was the game over, so it's too much to go?
Definitely didn't think it was it. It's good to make a play. It was a good call by Wilkes, but we needed to adjust earlier, and I don't think we did that as a defense.
That was easy.
The play before the end of the first half there, that they called a forward pass. What was your view of that?
I didn't get a great look at it. I did think in real time that it was a fumble. It's a little surprised, but I didn't see the replay, so you can't.
Did that feel like a big moment in the game that could flip things?
For sure, yeah, for sure.
Nick, you talked about those adjustments. Are those easy fixes, or is something that's going to take some effort and some work to get there?
Yeah, I think the NFL season is really long. You're gonna have to deal with injuries. It happens to every team at certain points. I think we got out of it pretty good, but we lost some guys, and we need to be more ready to adjust when we do lose guys. But yeah, as a defense, I needed to watch the tape, but I'm sure every single person has multiple plays that they would want back.
Nick, the loss of Nick shot surely put away the questions around the Browns' run game, but what were your first impressions going up against Ford and Hunt, who were key to their win?
Yeah, they schemed us up pretty good. They were getting the edge on us, which is something that we take pride in, is setting edges and turning things back into the teeth of the defense. And they did a really good job of scheming us up, and the quarterback played well, didn't make too many mistakes, and we definitely didn't underestimate them, but they played better than us.
All right, thanks, Nick.
Thanks.
I could have gone all day without hearing Nick Bosa's presser. I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that, but he's not going to give up too much shit. All right, let me go ahead and get my man Darren in here because I'm going to ask some tough, hard hitting questions, and I'm not holding back. I want to let y'all know why this is the best overreaction show online, man. My man Darren, not only is he in here, he's in here on video. What's going on, big dog? How you doing, man? Oh, you on mute or something? Something's going on. I can't hear you. You're not on mute though. Wait, Darren, don't talk yet. Hold on. Let me see. Are your mic settings turned down? Let me see. No, you're not on mute, but I can't hear you for some reason. What is going on with my man Darren? He's been waiting patiently over there. Check your settings. Hit your settings. I'm not gonna boot you or anything like that. Let's see if we can get you figured out. Did y'all hear Darren? Maybe it's just me. Give me a mic check or something like that, Darren. I can't hear you. Go to your settings, check them. Make sure that you're not connected to a Bluetooth that's like somewhere else in the house. Make sure that you are connected to your device settings, your device speakers and microphone there. All right. But while he's doing that, all right, let me pause it. Fred Warner's got to the podium. Darren, can you hear me? He hears me, but we still can't hear Darren. All right, what is happening here? We're going to get this figured out, Darren. I'm not going to give up on you just yet, big dog. You've been waiting a long time. Fort Life Niner is next. Pardon My Wave is next. Joel is after him. But Darren, man, you checked your settings. Did you look to see what your microphone settings were on? You're not on mute, but it's telling me that, I can't hear you. Now, while Darren checks his settings, I'm going to tell you guys something that I'm tired of seeing, and I've seen it through all 6 games so far. There were multiple drives where Nick Bosa was not out on the field on first or second down. And I don't approve. I don't like it. I think it's fucked up that we paid him as much money as we're paying him, the highest paid non-quarterback in the entire NFL, to turn him into a fucking rotational player. That's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Darren, are you back yet? You got any audio over there, big dog? No, nothing yet. I tell you what. I'm gonna. Oh, you did something. There you go.
It was my speakers.
Hey, we got my man D in the building. What's going on, Darren? How you doing, man?
I'm definitely good critical of the defensive coordinator. He's not adjusting soon enough for what I feel. They're playing way too soft. And then play calling in the last 3 minutes was too soft, too poor with the 3 passes. But I've seen us play in worse games, like back with Alex Smith against Seattle, and we've lost a bit by, I think, 45-17. So I'm not too worried. I know we'll bounce back.
And I believe that, right? Johnny said the same thing, echo those same sentiments. I completely agree with Johnny. I completely agree with you, right? This is not the end of the season, right? I don't think the Niners are going to lose out from here on out or anything like that. We're not a 5-12 team. And the truth of the matter is we're still one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best team in the NFL, right? But there are certain things that have been happening that I'm taking note of that just don't sit right with me. Let me run down my 3 biggest complaints from this game, and then I would love to get your response to them, okay? 1, Christian McCaffrey is injured. Elijah Mitchell is back for the first time. Jordan Mason showed that he could be that guy if Christian McCaffrey's not in there. And when Christian McCaffrey comes out, Jordan Mason is not the first guy up to bat. That doesn't sit right with me. That's number 1. Number 2, when your quarterback is showing you, I don't give a fuck what the quarterback's name is, how long he's been in there or anything. When your quarterback is showing you, hey, this isn't quite my game. Stop dialing up shit downfield and outside of the hashes and give him some easier shit that's closer for him to get into a rhythm. We've seen this happen throughout the entire history of the NFL. When a quarterback starts slow, let me give him some dink and dunk shit to get into a rhythm, some high efficiency throws, some high passes, some passes that are high likelihood to be completed, so that way he can get into a rhythm. We didn't do that. We kept on asking Brock Purdy to throw the ball down the field. And the third thing is what I just talked about with Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa played first, second, and third down for a long time in his career. This year in particular, I understand that he didn't have an offseason. I understand he wasn't there for all of training camp and shit like that. Cool, right? Late contract, didn't show up. First game, I can accept it. Second game, he's still getting his legs under him. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, fuck no. You are getting too much money to be on the sidelines on a first down in any game. Okay, you want to sit out first down, maybe your shoe was untied. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of everything that's going on, but there's no reason that on first down, the 49ers make a tackle for a 2-yard loss, is 2nd and 12, and you are the highest paid pass rusher in the entire league, and you're still on the sideline. Those things aren't acceptable to me. Talk me off the ledge or tell me I'm right. Say something to those three things, Darren, because I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't get it.
I don't get the RJ Mitchell thing either. Jordan Mason's been pretty good at running and pretty hot, especially with the Dallas game.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick Bosa's like, why aren't we playing him more? Like, he's your number one pain guy.
Right. I just don't understand what I'm seeing right now. I don't get it. It's like we're outsmarting ourselves. And then Nick Bosa goes to the podium and says, oh, well, we take a lot of pride in setting the edge. Well, meanwhile, you were the fourth defensive lineman, and you were pushing your way all the way into the inside shoulder of the right guard. I don't get it. I thought you're supposed to be setting an edge. What the fuck is going on with this team right now? Like, it's just so many things that I feel like we're scheming ourselves out of beneficial positions. I
That's
don't
what
get
we did. We out-physicaled ourselves today.
Yes.
We out-schemed ourselves.
Yeah.
Not even trying to do any trick plays to try to get Purdy into a rhythm either.
Right. There's no part of me that thinks that the Cleveland Browns are a better team than the 49ers. They were the better team today. They won the game today, not taking anything away from them, right? But player for player.
That was a fumble, though, because that's a similar situation to the Eagles game when Purdy threw, except for Purdy's arm actually went forward. They
gave it to him based off of the direction of his wrist. I've never seen a call for the wrist.
That's a poor call, in my opinion. Because if you ask me, that's a similar situation from the Eagles game when Purdy's arm actually went forward and the ball went out of his hand.
And they called it a fumble.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. This officiating crew was on some bullshit today, and that's okay, right? It's going to happen. This officiating crew was off today. But listen, man, you waited patiently. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to give you the floor to get your final thoughts out. Anything you want to say, anything you want to ask me, the floor is yours. I don't want to cut you off, and then we're going to get to Fred Warner. Right after Fred Warner, we got 4 Life Niner coming in here. So, guys, don't go anywhere. It's going to be a really, really fun show.
Well, do you think they actually need to start making defensive adjustments and start actually doing like crowd noise for the kicker before games?
You think that's what affected them? It was the noise?
I think it's so.
It's going to give me something to think about. I'm going to have to go back and watch the game with my surround sound on to see if they turned up a little bit for him. That's a good point. It's a good point. I'm going to take a look at it, man. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Anything else before I let you go?
Nope.
Okay.
I believe we'll bounce back.
All right, man. Darren, thanks for the support. Thanks for watching and tuning in with us, man. I really appreciate you. And I appreciate your patience, man. That does not go unnoticed by myself, okay?
Okay.
All right. Be safe out there, man.
Peace out. Go Niners.
All right. Go Niners. All right, guys. I do have a comment here that I want to read. It is not going to appear in the chat. This was someone. Oh, wait. You know what? He's still in here. Joel, don't leave just yet. I will play you before Fred Warner because I see that you have to go. I won't read your comment. You are in here now. I think. You muted yourself. Joel, if you were still there, I know you're in from Sweden.
Hey, buddy.
There you are. There you are. Go ahead and get your shit off, man. I'm not going to say anything else. Go ahead.
And thank you, first and foremost. Thank you for having me on. I have been a fan for you and Breezy and Mike and Tony like for forever. And sorry, my English is not native language. But I just wanted to say that it's okay having a loss, a close game like that. It's a shitty loss. But what worries me, Mike, and this is what I'm trying to trying to ask of you. What worries me is the kicker. I'm really worried because when the playoffs rolls around, I'm really worried that the kicker will not be able to like we've always had Robbie Gold, and he was always perfect. Like we never worried about when it's kick time. Like it's Robbie Gold, it's automatic. Now when he's going to kick this rookie, I'm shitting my pants off. I'm sorry. It was a question. What do you think?
Yeah, no, we saw a couple of instances during preseason where he was able to be iced. He had a really rough start, but then he came back and he was 100% up until today. He hadn't missed anything in the NFL that counted before today. And I don't think any of us expected him to finish the season perfect. Neither did Robbie Gold. Robbie Gold was never a perfect kicker, but the difference is that when the game was on the line, Robbie was perfect. In the instances where we needed Robbie to put the game away in a 1 or 2 point game, where the field goal would give us the lead, Robbie came through for us. And this is our first time as Niner fans in many years where this didn't happen. I think the last time was in a game in Seattle in overtime where Robbie Gold wasn't in there. We had a backup kicker in, and with the game on the line, he pulled it, didn't quite get there, and the game was over, right? I understand the apprehension. I understand the fear. I understand the nervousness about it. But he's a young kicker, and I do believe that he will continue to improve. He shook the nerves of the preseason and came into the season with his hair on fire and was perfect. We got to allow him to go through his bumps. We got to allow him to grow and mature as a professional. But I'm not overly concerned with that. I think the fact that the Niners put themselves in the position to rely on a rookie kicker in and of itself is troublesome. I don't think we should have ever been in that position in the first place. There were plenty of opportunities where those 3 points should have been irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Now, the flip side is we couldn't execute on those things, and so we did put ourselves in a position where those 3 points would matter the most, and we couldn't execute. But that, again, just emphasizes the fact that this is a team game. The offense didn't do enough. The defense didn't do enough. And clearly the special teams didn't do enough either. This was just a bad game for the 49ers. We got to accept that, but Jake Moody will get better. He'll absolutely get better. He'll turn the corner. He'll go out there and do what he needs to do. We'll be fine. I'd rather it happen now than later. And that's the one thing we have to keep in mind. This game could be absolutely meaningless. It was not an NFC opponent where it's going to make a difference in position for playoffs. It was not a divisional opponent where it could make a difference in, whether or not we win the division and we get home field advantage or wild card. If we go out there and handle the business the way that we should the rest of the season, this game won't matter at all in the grand scheme of things. So this will be a really good learning experience for the young kicker. That's where I settle on it, Joel.
Thank you. I just want to give you your flowers. When I listen to you, I'm always convinced by the way you see things, and we see things almost the same, and it's good. I'm actually agreeing with you. It's good that we, in a sense, that we lost today, because believe it or not, Nick Bosa just said we didn't underestimate them. Well, you kind of did, because you only had 17 points, and people were like, "Oh, Brock Purdy this, Brock Purdy that." Now Brock Purdy is going to have to come down to earth again, and I'm not saying I'm not saying he's bad, or I'm not saying he's it. I'm just saying that it's good. It's humbling and it's a learning experience, and I still think we are like. I still think we are contenders, and we are gonna go far. But as you said, you convinced me with Jake Moody. I was so worried, like when the playoffs comes around and he misses one kick or two, and then 49ers lose.
Yeah. Don't let that keep you up tonight. I know you said it's after midnight over there in Sweden. Don't let that keep you up tonight, man. The Niners are in a really good position. Again, if we were to project this out over the rest of the season, The Niners are going to finish this thing 15-2. Now projections don't mean shit. We got to go out there and earn them. We can't overlook opponents, and we got to make sure that we're prepared. Everyone's got to do their job, So, don't worry. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of season left, a lot of room to improve. So we just got to hope that we execute when the time comes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me on, Mike. I really, really appreciate it. I wish you have a blessed day. And thank you yet again for having me on. And I'm sorry for my English. As I said, this is not my native language.
No, I know. Your English was perfect, man. Don't worry about it at all, man. We understood everything that you were saying, man. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you. And give kisses to your family from me, and have a really blessed day.
Have a great night, man.
See you. Bye-bye.
All right. For Life Niner, I'm sorry I had to skip you to get to him, but he put a comment in the private chat saying that he was in Sweden. It was after midnight and he had to go. So I wanted to get to him before we did the Fred Warner thing. But I promise you that you are up next. You are patiently waiting. Let's see what Fred Warner has to say here.
I said a lot in there. The main thing is that, I think they earned it and we didn't this game. That's what it came down to. I would never put it on Moody at the end there to say, it's great that we had an opportunity to win that, in that fashion, but we didn't earn it. They earned it today. I said that win or loss, I felt like we needed this game. We knew what type of game it was going to be. In order for us to be the team that we want to be moving forward, we need to get battle tested. That's exactly what today was. We learned from it, watch the tape, look at it hard internally, and be better from it.
Did they do some things you think that now teams will look to do to you, and how do you guys make those adjustments?
Yeah, that's always how it goes. When their team has over 300 yards of offense, teams are obviously going to look to see, all right, what hurt us. And I feel like lots of screens, perimeter runs, shots down the field, little things all game and we got to win on third down too, not staying out there for too long. And it's hard to kind of replay the whole entire game in my head, but we'll look at the tape and we'll obviously make adjustments where we need to.
You mentioned that everybody had his back, and especially for someone who was new to the team. How important for you as a team leader to kind of let him know?
Absolutely. I mean, he's a young player, man. He's a rookie, and he's going to have so many other opportunities to help us win games. And so, like I said, I would never put that on him to say that, that we lost this game because of him. I always look to myself first to see what I could have did better. And defensively as a group, when we give up over 300 yards offense, like I said, that's hard to win in this league.
To a third-string quarterback.
Your teammate Bosa also mentioned
a backup running back. 2 missing offensive linemen. They overlooked the Browns.
Like I said, it's hard to say right now since it's hard for me to replay everything in my head. And we'll look at the tape hard though, and we'll make the necessary adjustments. I'm not too concerned about it.
Get a couple more for Fred. What did you think of Gibson's hit there and the penalty that was called? Did you think that was a penalty?
I didn't see it. I was either in the rush or covering the opposite direction, so I didn't see it. I don't know if they call it, then they're going to call it at the end of the day.
Did you get a sense that maybe you guys for a play or two were a little bit deflated by the call, like thinking you made the stop?
Not at all. Not at all. Our mentality is always next play, best play mentality every single time we step out there. So I wouldn't worry about it one bit.
Last one, guys. Called that pass on second down there. In the goal line there, a couple guys had a chance to get the pick. What did you see on the play? Did you think that maybe that was an opportunity that kind of
Yeah, I mean they gave us another opportunity down there by calling that play and by him trying to force it in there to make a play. But you go down the entire game, we had opportunities in all 4 quarters. To say that was the one that could have won or lost it, that's like, ticky tack. You could say that about anything. So,
all right,
thanks guys.
Well, that was Fred Warner speaking at the podium there. And now it's time for my guy, For Life Niner, to come up. Next at the podium is Trent Williams. He's been waiting patiently though, and I'm looking forward to this call, man. You got the you got the shades on and everything, man. Let's go, bro. What's up with you, man?
Hit him with it.
Come
Hey,
on, man. I see the Oakleys over there. What's up?
hey, Big Mike, man, the big homie, man. Let me stab up in here real quick, man. First of all, let me say, man, I went into this game like win or lose. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Cause I'm telling you right now, I did not expect 5-0 coming into this season, bro. Niner game. Let's come on. Let's go back down memory lane real quick. Did we expect this? Did we
Me?
expect 5-0?
I did. I'm not.
All
Hey,
right,
listen.
all right. So I didn't
Wait,
either.
wait.
Me neither. Hey, but
No,
look,
no, no, no,
let's.
no. I said I did. Now I will say I don't remember if it was this game or the next game I had as our first loss, but I did expect 5-0. I'm never picking the
Okay,
Cowboys.
and
I didn't believe in the Steelers. We own the Rams. I wasn't worried about the Cardinals, and
mm-hmm.
there was another team in there. What was the other team?
And
The Giants.
on my prediction, Big Mike, on my prediction, I predicted this one as a loss, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I did. But I did not predict that we would be going into this game 5-0.
Okay.
You hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that right there, just like, bro, the hope is there. Like, even if it wasn't, like, we need this checkup from the neck up right now from this loss right now. We need that. And it's early. It's still early, y'all. It's early. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith, bro. Look, we cooking right now. Look, we marinating, we cooking, bro. Them Boo-Boo Browns, let them have that. Let the Boo-Boo Browns have that win right now. We cooking. They barely won.
Oh man.
Big Mike, they barely won.
Yeah.
Barely won. But look, check this out, Big Mike. This is what I'm gonna say. We always are plagued with injuries, bro. And that's one of the things I said going into the season. Like, we just got to stay healthy. I think all the Niners fans been saying that. Stay healthy, stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It showed today, bro. It showed today.
It did.
The injuries showed today. They showed today. But here's the part, though. And like, being the conspiracy theorist, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Kyle Shanahan is taking his big players out to where, you know what I'm saying, don't nobody know how to prepare for us coming in for the weeks coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you this one thing. Let me slide to this part. How the fuck are the 49ers gonna lose on my birthday? On my birthday, bruh.
Hey man,
on
you
my
can't
birthday.
do that, man.
Hey,
You can't do that.
But it's cool to, we came in on my birthday 5-0. So that's why I'm still turned up. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. on my C-Day though, bro. Big Mike, on my C-Day though.
Happy
1
birthday
point.
to you, big bro. Happy birthday to you.
Hey,
man.
I appreciate you, man. Big Mike, real, I ain't got too much football to talk about. I just wanted to slide up on your show, bro, and just say, to all the faithful, man, look, come on, man. It's still early, bro. We gonna smack everybody that's on the schedule. We gonna smack them down, especially them Eagles, bro. We gonna smack them Eagles, bro. We gonna smack them. Brock Purdy is Brock Purdy, no worries. He needed this. He needed this game to get through that. You feel what I'm saying? He needed that up and down, like the ball sliding out his hand. Like he needed that. Okay. He was on cloud 9. You feel me? He was on cloud 9. He needed that recognition, bro, to be like, all right, let me put myself back in check. We're good, bro. We needed this early in the season. Big Mike, am I left or right? Come on, talk to me.
Come on, man. Hey, listen, man. I do think we needed this, right? We needed that slice of humble pie. We needed to go in there. I just thought this was the year, man. You know, the Niners haven't beat the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland since 1984, bro. 84, bro. And come on, man. Like if you told me the Cleveland Browns will be on their third string quarterback, their backup running back, have 2 offensive linemen not in their hunt, like, and Myles Garrett coming back off a foot injury.
Yeah,
I'd have been like, yo, we about to put our foot in their ass. Like, that's how I would have felt going into it. That's how I would have felt going into it. But you know, the Browns did something that was pretty impressive.
It was impressive, bro. I'm not shitting on the Browns, even though that they're the Browns. You know what I'm saying? They're boo-boo. But I'm not shitting on the Browns, bro. They put on a good game today. against a 5-0 team. Like, come on now. Like, everybody's gonna see that, bro. Like, but the part is, what I'm trying to say is that this is a reckoning for the Niners and the faithful, bro, to be like, you know what? This is a checkup for the neck up, bro. Like, everybody else is getting it. The Browns is the only one who got it. Fuck them and feed them fish, bro. Fuck them and feed them fish. That's it. Ain't nobody else touching this like that, bro. I'm sorry. I'm real hype on that. Hey, Big Mike, I'm hype on that, bro. Ain't no other team.
Everything, man. But no, I was
All right,
saying I
talk to
want
me.
you to get back to your birthday festivities and everything. I want you to enjoy the rest of your born day, right? But you know, Brock Purdy didn't make you pause at all. You're not a little worried. You don't think that the league might have enough film, and could this be the start of a trend here? You know, with the Niners quarterback starting hot, and all of a sudden,
I'm not. Hey, Big Mike, I'm not worried, bro. You know why? Look, I'm not trying to make excuses, bro. There's no excuses in this game, bro. But what I saw from Brock Purdy, especially with the weather conditions, if anything, that would be Brock Purdy's Achilles heel is weather conditions. But I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Other than that, Brock Purdy, bro, is going to get his shit together, bro. He's not the one that's going to go home and be like, oh, woo, woo, oh. No, he's going to go home. He's going to go study. He's going to go and show. He's going to go and show and make himself approve. You see what I'm saying? You study to make yourself approve. Brock Purdy studies, bro. He studies the game. If we see that, if he does that, you need adversities like this, especially against the Boo Boo Browns. Like, Brock Purdy's finna study, bro. I'm not worried at all. That's why I call him Brock Purdy. No worry. There's no worries, and that's us as a Niner fans. We should not worry neither. We got it, bro. We got it. Stick in. Stay tuned. PB13. Come on now. It's all gravy, baby. We just looking for a biscuit. Come on.
I love it, man. Hey, listen, man, you go out there and enjoy your birthday. Again, happy birthday to you, man. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, man. You got a nice long Sunday ahead of you, man. Go out there, celebrate, throw a couple back, and here's a cheers to you, my man.
Bruh. Hey, I got an empty cup, but I'm gonna just put it up right there.
Cumpleaños feliz, baby. Let's go.
Hey, Big Mike, I appreciate you, bro, man. Hey, shout out to the channel, man. I'm gonna stay tuned in every time that I can, bro. I appreciate you, man. And 49er faithful, don't lose faith. We coming through like a condom with a hole in it. Don't trip.
Get off my shit. All right,
all right, my bad. I'm gonna get off.
He said we coming through like a condom with a hole in it. My man is on some other shit. I like it, man. I like it. Happy birthday again to him, man. Part of my wave, you were up next. Don't you go nowhere. You will be the next voice we hear following Trent Williams.
It was a tough game for the offense. It seemed like that's going to get any real rhythm going.
We played, one of the better defenses in the league. They did a good job of getting us behind chains and early downs. And, once you get behind against guys, the pass rush they have up front, you playing into their hands. And I think that's as an offense, we played into their hands a bit too much to come out with the win.
When you saw it, you got rolled up on your ankle there. How did it feel? Did you compromise at all?
Yeah. I mean, it didn't feel good at all. It's football, and I just try to fight through it for my teammates. I know they got a Hall of Fame rusher over there in '95, and I wanted to get back out there so I could kind of help my team, try to contain him. I didn't want to put Jalen in that position.
What did you make of that battle that you guys had after you and Miles?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the best in the world. So we battled. It was tough. We got a lot of respect for each other. And, he's everything I thought he was going to be.
And how tough is that? Just defense in general in that front. When if you handle Miles, that they got Obo, they got Z, they got a lot of other guys who are able to affect the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think they got a really good defensive front. They got a really good front eight. Obviously, 95 is a catalyst for all of that. And, so it's not just him. You obviously it's more than just him. He's just the biggest part. We try to do what we can do to contain him. But like I said, when you
getting in third and long and second and longs, you know, the playbook shrinks down about 80%. You only got so many calls you can call, and you know, when you behind the chains, you play into that defense's wheelhouse.
It's been quite a while since this team has lost a regular.
We got Part of My Wave, Bones, and then De Niro after.
I wouldn't say shocked. You know, we bombed out. We didn't get it at the end. You know, honestly, we probably didn't deserve to win that game, but it's a good learning experience. You know, we played a really good defense. It was a dogfight. You know, and obviously we didn't come out on the side that we wanted to, but I think this team can draw a lot from this game today. You know, and like I said, we had a rough start of the offense, but when we needed the plays, we made them down at the end during the 2-minute drive. You know, and we just came up a little bit short.
A couple more. What happened before the game?
I don't know. They was already doing that when we came out, so I don't know what was going on.
You just came to your teammates.
Yeah, I just came with her trying to, you know, break it up, offer some little support. But, you know, honestly, all that died down once the game kicked off. Just a little gamesmanship, you know. And hats off to them. They did what they needed to do to win.
Not to dwell on
Last one here.
Not to dwell on the NBA matchup too much, but are there any stark similarities between walking against 9-5 or the teammate 9-7?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're two of the best rushers in the world. I think it's them two, and then it's you know, a little bit of drop off when you talk about 3 and 4. But no, I don't think they're not similar in any facet. Obviously, Miles is 6'5", 280. I think Nick maybe 6'3", maybe 250, 260. I don't know his exact weight, but you know, it's two totally different players, two totally different styles of football that they play. But both of them are great in their own respect. So, you know, obviously blocking Nick gets you ready to play anybody, but I don't think they're not that similar in playing styles.
All right, thanks, Trent.
Trent Williams out here giving up the goodies, and I don't know how honest he was with the stuff that he was saying. Although he did say a couple of things that I agree with, man. I don't know if we deserve to win this game. That the result of that last field goal be damned. I think that the Niners were in a disadvantage, you know, going into that last drive. The whole second half, we didn't really show up, but it's cool. Part of my wave. Take yourself off mute so we can hear what you got to say, man. We've been waiting for you for a long time. You are the next voice. Speak on it.
What's up, Mike? What's going on? I wanted to just say to the brother that was just on just before me, blessings on blessings, my brother. Hope your birthday is prosperous, and I hope your pain turns into champagne. But anyway, I wanted to say I'm a little disappointed about this game. I seen Kyle, he kept giving Purdy ample chances to try to get us out of the rut of being in the backfield. I don't know how many times we were in, we were behind. Was it we had one that was 1 in 25. We had one that was 1 in 13, first and 13. And Purdy, he really feels as though that Kyle has his back with everything and whatever he throws. And I'm like, I see that, and I'm like, why is he hesitant on, just throwing those plays? Throwing those passes without being hesitant. He was real jittery this game. And all the other games I seen, he felt confident. He wasn't shaking in the Cowboys game. And like Trent was just saying, we were in the backfield too much. And I'm not worried. I'm glad that we were in the game, because on some real, once they had got when we got to the fourth and they kept just getting us off the field, it was to the point where now our defense is starting to get tired. They throwing little short passes and gaining 15, 20 yards on us. I felt as though that wasn't acceptable. I didn't see Warner in the fourth like we saw in the first half. So I'm a little disappointed right now about that. So now we got this film. Now the NFL has this film on us. we're in the beginning. We're like in, we're still early. So you know how they're gonna do. They're gonna make sure to dissect our film to find out what Purdy's what we can what they could do to Purdy besides him having CMC, because when he has CMC he has basically a crutch. Am I right, Mike?
100% right. 100%.
So he has to like stop. He has to like sit there and be like, all right, I got to focus on this. Kyle did his job, but I give it a C. I give us a C today. I don't give us no high grade with anything. But that's all I want to say, bro.
Well, it sounds like you are concerned with, was this just a bad game from Purdy, or was there something to be learned here about, him and his deficiencies? It sounds like you do have a couple of those concerns, but it doesn't sound like you're making a definitive statement either way. But it's like, oh shit, like
I seen good plays. I seen good stuff that he did, but it was just the consistency. And I'm like, in this game, if you do it once, you could do it again. But it was like,
right.
Like I seen Kyle, he dialed up the same play twice, and he still couldn't pass. And he ran to the sideline, and he threw it, which it was intentional grounding. I'm like, come on, man, you got to be better than that. You got to be better than that. He's helping. He's trying to give you this. Like he wouldn't give Trey or any of those other guys a second chance. He would have said, all right, we scrapping that. We going somewhere else. He's giving Purdy ample times to do the same play over and over. And and it's like, Kyle, you've seen his facial expression. He's like, what is you looking at? I'm giving you the same play. And
right.
I don't know what's going on right now, but
yeah, it's a lot to take in. It sounds like you're cautiously optimistic, right?
Right.
It's like, hey, I see what's happening. I see the negatives. I'm acknowledging the negatives, but I'm hoping we can improve on them. That's what it sounds like to me. That sounds like your overall take. And again, you've given credence and acknowledgement to all aspects of the game. It's not just one player here or there or anything like that. Do you think that the Niners should do something about their kicker situation, or are you going to continue to ride this wave?
I'm gonna ride with him. We're gonna ride with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna front that field goal was right there. Come on, dude. How are you the guy who was just hitting 50 what was it, 50? He had a 56-yarder or a 54-yarder. What was it, 2 games ago? And now you can't kick a 30. I mean, what was it? That was what, 20 yards or 30 yards that he kicked and he missed at the end of the game.
It was too short to miss. That's what I know it was.
Exactly. So
that's what I know it was. That shit was extra point distance. Like, come on, man.
Right. That shit irritated me. So I don't know. We might have to evaluate him every week like we used to do. What was his name? Wisnowski, or what was his name? What was his name? Which one that we had? Which kicker that we had that we evaluated every week, where we didn't know if he was going to perform or not? Was it Gold? It wasn't Robbie, was it?
Robbie Gold. Well, I mean, Robbie Gold during his injury thing, we didn't know what was going on with him from week to week. We had that with Robbie Gold. We had David Akers towards the end of his career. We were worried about him. We had Joe Nedney. Those were like the last 4 kickers for the Niners. But it's like, there's a part of me that says, Mike, relax. He's just a rookie, right? But then there's another part of me that says, yo, he's a kicker that was drafted. Like most kickers go undrafted. Like 99% of kickers in the NFL were not drafted, right? Like they just somebody teams picked up, worked out, and said, all right, we're gonna rock with you. The fact that teams decide to invest this much in you, I don't know, man. It just makes It makes me kind of pause a little bit.
You got to evaluate, and that's what I'm saying. We have to evaluate him every week, because if you can hit 54-yarders, and easily, but when you get down to the red zone, you crumble up. Like, come on, man, that was the game right there. Like, it's what I don't understand is how are we on? We are equipped with defensive ends. We are equipped with a sort of the best line in the NFL. I don't understand what's going on. Like, what is it? Oh, you think? Let me ask you a question, Mike. You think we still a little bit drunk and tipsy off of the Cowboy high?
I do. I think that a lot. I think that the team put a lot of different motivational factors into that Cowboys game. They talked about the highlight clip that Kyle put together to show the team and all that kind of shit. Like, I think that team was really feeling and smelling themselves off of that, like it was, oh, this is the best defense we played and blah, 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 blah. And then what happens is after you go out there and you dominate a team like that, you bench all of your starters in the fourth quarter, you say, hey, that was the best defense that we played up until this point, and look what we did to them. Imagine what we're going to do to this defense that other people are saying is the best defense. Man, we've been here before. We know what to expect. We know what we're going to do. And it was not that kind of game. That Browns team was at home, number one. If you don't think that home field advantage in the NFL is a thing, you were absolutely wrong. Vegas give you 3.5 points just because you're the home team. The crowd, that energy is infectious. Football is not just a game of physicality, it's a game of emotion as well. That's why people say things like, oh my goodness, like the momentum is on the side of this team now. Momentum is a real thing in the NFL. It's a real thing. And so that's not just on the offensive side of the ball, that's on both sides of the ball.
What happened with the referee and that fumble that we that they overturned? Come on, that was a lot of stuff that
officiating was crazy, but the officiating was crazy on both sides. It was crazy on both sides. They did it to us at the worst times of the game, but it was crazy on both sides. This was a very, very bad officiating crew, man. I don't know how nobody was there to review these things or how some of these calls that they made weren't challengeable calls, but it just wasn't good. But the Niners were 9.5 point favorites coming into this game. Officials can't give up 9 points. We were better than what the score said. We were better than what we showed out there, man. And we were expected to be better despite the officials. So, they were wrong. They definitely attributed to it, and they attributed to it on the biggest drive of the game for those Cleveland Browns.
Since 84, though? Since 83 or 84?
84, bro. That's the shit that hurt the most right there. How we not beat
that
the
was
Browns,
a circle?
bro?
You didn't circle that? You didn't circle this game since 84? Come on,
it's
man.
Crazy. It's crazy. The last time, listen, look, right there, and there's so many different ways to say that stupid ass that, right? But the last time the Niners beat the Browns in Cleveland was a year that they won the Super Bowl. Like, think about that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's like Cowboys with that it's been 30 years since they touched since they even been to an NFC championship. So it's like
we
can't even be talking about the Cowboys like that. Like, come on, man. And then what I don't get is PJ Walker though. What happened
third
to the
string
other
quarterback
one that we thought was supposed to play?
Come on, man. Third string quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. What's the second string one? That's the Dorian Thompson, right? What is his name?
A lot of Niner fans wanted him too. Yeah.
But yeah,
that's crazy, man.
I got to roll one up for the Nate because I'm not.
Yeah, go out there, man. Do what you need to do to relax, man. I wish you the best. Thank you for jumping in here with me. Part of my way.
All
man.
love, bro.
Always appreciate seeing you in the chat and everything in the lives, man. Thanks for rocking with me. I appreciate you.
Say no more.
Peace to the chat. Be safe. Yes, sir. Bones, you are up next. We're gonna get the Brock Purdy, and then Bones, I promise you are coming up immediately after Brock speaks his piece. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Brock Purdy, our elite quarterback, has to say.
A lot of your teammates have talked about this could be a learning experience. And with that kind of focus, what do you think is the biggest learning experience you could take out of this, or the biggest lesson you can take out of this?
Yeah, man, like it's the NFL. You get opportunities. You gotta take advantage of them. And so there was definitely some throws and opportunities that I feel like that were there for me, and I missed on them, and that made us be behind the sticks. And then you have to get a third down, which is tough on the road here, man. And it's something that I got to learn from, man. So definitely gonna be real about it, and we all gotta look ourselves in the mirror and see the flaws and stuff, and get better from it. But it starts with me. So.
You guys moved on the first drive and scored any adjustments or changes they made that threw you guys off from that point?
No, the defense did what they have been.
The fuck just happened?
In the foot with just little things.
Oh, so it just froze there. Oh, he must have said some shit they didn't want him to say. What was the question they asked? Let's see if we can figure that out. Uh-oh. Inspector Mike in the building.
What they have been.
Were there any adjustments or changes they made that threw you guys off from that point?
No.
Were there any adjustments or changes they made that threw you guys off? Were there any adjustments or changes they made that threw you guys off? And the feed cuts while he's answering the question. Is this the Niners' way of trying to protect the rookie who may not be as media trained as we want him to be? Is this the Niners' way of saying, hey, don't say nothing?
In the foot with just little things, false starts, and the operation and everything not being clean, of getting lined up and being, ready to play. There's delayed games.
I'm in full conspiracy theory mode.
Just little things, man. We got to clean up. Which on the first drive we were smooth and clean on it. So.
What clicked on the final drive?
Man, just sense of urgency. We got up to the ball, and we ran some plays that we were all comfortable with, and just get the ball to the playmakers and get it in their hands. BA did a great job of creating separation and getting into some space and making guys miss. Just the tempo, felt good, but the plays and stuff that we had drawn up, earlier in the game and stuff, they're there, and so that's something that I have to look myself in the mirror and be better at and make the throws. So. No, it was just a bad ball on my end. BA did a great job. He broke whoever was guarding him, and he had all the separation in the world, to be able to lead him and convert a first down. So that was on me for sure.
We're so used to, maybe you've been out of rhythm for a stretch during a game, but the stats are, you never had a game like this in the NFL. Was it like this sense of frustration? And you keep thinking like, okay, this drive, we're going to put it together.
Yeah, 100%. That was my, mindset and mentality the whole game. Obviously, you score on the first drive, but we ran the ball a lot, and so for me, it's like, all right, let's get into a rhythm, hit the guys when they're open. Let's move the chains and then put up points. And so that was my mentality the whole game, every drive, even though, I missed some throws and whatnot. That's where I was at. But at the end of the day, man, I feel like I didn't play to the standard that I need to. So
after 15 straight wins in the regular season, a loss that you wish didn't happen, how easy is it to flush something like this and move on? Or is it
all right, Bones, you up next. Brock Purdy got two or three more questions, and you coming up next, man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we know what our expectations are and what our standards are here, and so to come out and lose any game, it's always going to hurt and sting. For us, yeah, we were on that streak and all that kind of stuff, but we don't try to focus on the outcome. It's more about being our best every play, every drive, every series, and then it just falls into place how it needs to. So for us, we feel like we failed, our own expectations today in terms of playing our best. And that's something that we're going to have to watch the film and be better at. But at the same time, we got some games to play, a season to look forward to ahead of us, and we're going to learn from it. It's going to sting right now for the next couple of days, but we got a good group, so we'll bounce back.
When you lose Debo early and then Christian in the third quarter, how much energy, I guess, is sucked out of the offense at that point?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're playmakers, really good playmakers, and so it hurts. But at the same time, we got guys to be able to come in and make plays too, and so that's on me. Being able to help out. Guys like Ray and JJ that are going to play more. Elijah coming in. I got to do a better job with just communicating to them in the huddle. Giving them some sort of expectation of what's to come in terms of the play and stuff. So that's something I got to be better at. But we got good players, and I'm confident, whoever comes in, even if Debo and Christian aren't able to go, we got good players.
Two more guys. The field goal attempt. You only needed a field goal, but you were rolling pretty good in that. You had 34 seconds in the timeout. Would you like to kind of keep going and try to get a little more yardage to set up that
I mean, honestly, we trust in Jake. Jake, he has a great leg. He's been great all year. You know, Kyle, that's something that he saw where we were good at where we were at, and we trusted in Jake to make the kick. And so for me, do I think we should have done this or that? Like, I think we did our job. And I think, you know, if we had to do it again, man, we're going to trust in Jake again. So Jake's done a great job all year. We're going to continue to believe in him, and it is what it is. So
that was an honorable answer right there.
Can you say it again? Sorry.
When Kyle was in here talking, Coach Shanahan seemed mad. What about this game would make him mad?
I just, you know, the little things, you know, the detail, the mindset of coming in and being on point with, you know, just our operation, our plays. And then there's like for myself, man, there's plays to be made. You know, it wasn't as if there wasn't any plays or anything open. Like there was guys open. And so for me, I have to be better in that area. And I can see his frustration probably from that. But we're real. We're all real with each other, and we're going to get better from it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Bones. It's your time, man. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Bones, I need to hear you. If you're there, come through. Going once. Bones, where you at? Going twice. Oh, no. My man Bones is not in the building. He's been waiting so patiently, and I don't hear anything he's saying. Check your settings. Go over there and play with your audio settings, your speakers, or something. Something's going on over there with you, Bones. I'm not going to kick you or boot you from the studio. You were still in there, so if you get things working, you come on in here and air your grievances, man. You know, I'm hearing a lot of it's just one game. We're going to be okay. What about those penalties, man? What about the penalties the 49ers, you know, just allowed, caused, whatever? Like that can't be acceptable. That can't be acceptable. When you look at the 49ers accepted penalties in this game, that's not good. It's not good at all. 12 penalties for 105 yards. I don't care what the Browns did. I don't care. Don't come in and be like, oh, Mike, well, the Browns had 13 penalties for 119 yards, and we still lost. They had more penalties for more yards, and we still lost. So don't jump in here saying that shit. 12 penalties for over 100 yards in a game that was decided by 2 fucking points. That's the game. You gave up the length of an entire football field. That's the game. Not acceptable. Not acceptable at all. The 49ers can't keep doing this shit. Week in, week out, this is exactly what we do. If I'm not mistaken, last week, the low on the year for penalties for the 49ers, and that was 6. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Let me get to some of these super chats. I'm going to buy some time for my man Bones to pop back in here. If this doesn't work, we're going to get out of here. We're going to wrap this thing up. I got some more shit to do tonight. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. This is your last chance to be a part of the show. If you guys aren't jumping in, the super chat segment is here. You guys make sure to send those super chats in. We're going to get through the rest of these comments here, and then I'm getting out of here, man. I got some people to see, some things to do. All right, Brandon Trejo got the first one here. I love winning, but a loss like this can help build character with everything that went wrong. Purdy struggled, but this can be a learning experience for him. The Niners will be better for it. Hey, listen, man, I hope everything you're saying is true. I hope everything you're saying is true, right? You know, we talked about in the pregame show the pressure of making it all the way to the Super Bowl without a loss on the record, right? And we saw the last team that I know of that finished the season putting up like 30-plus points was that New England Patriots team that was 18-0 going into the Super Bowl. You can't tell me that didn't play a factor. You can't tell me that wasn't an issue for them. It was. It was the undefeated thing and beating the Miami Dolphins record, and they overlooked the Giants in that Super Bowl. They all felt the same thing that we felt watching the Giants in that Super Bowl. Man, if it wasn't for that defense, y'all asses wouldn't be here. We all felt the same way. But our offense is so good that no matter how good your defense is, you still can't stop us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we learned some shit today. And this game is exactly why they say defense wins championships. Exactly what we experienced is why we feel that way. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But I do agree with you, man, Trejo. You know, this is his 11th regular season start for Brock Purdy. Not mad at the young man. Not mad at him at all. He'll get better from it. I especially hope he'll get better for it. I do sincerely hope he'll get better for it. You know, but if he doesn't, he doesn't. Right? What he's been doing for the first 5 games was good enough. Do we need him to be better than what he was? I don't know. Do we need him to be better against elite defenses? Yes. You can't put up this kind of performance week in and week out. Just complete one pass. One of those passes to CMC or Brandon Ayuk. You complete just one of those bad boys, and this game is different. We win this game. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of things that he could have done a little different that would have been okay. Kyle also is not blameless at all. Forget Brock Purdy for a second. The game on the line, your team is out there, and you got Jordan Mason in there who's averaging over 5 yards a carry. You don't run it once with Jordan Mason. You do 3 throws in a row. 3 throws in a row to go 3 and out. Kyle, you got to be better than that. Come on, man. You're supposed to be this Mike Shanahan crony. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be a team that values the run game more than we value the pass game. And you go out there and you don't pass the ball. You don't run the ball at all. Kyle, I'm judging you for that. Big Phil's in the building. He says, I've seen worse quarterback. I think he meant to say quarterbacks. I think everyone is overreacting. He still drove down the field in crunch time. You know, what you're saying is absolutely true. Both statements. I have seen worse quarterbacks. I have seen worse quarterback play here in this building very recently, too. And he did indeed drive down the field and put us in position. But the fact that you had to drive down the field and put a rookie kicker in position to win the game for you says all I need to know about this defense. About this offense. It lets me know that in a game where you were favored by double digits favored by 9.5, not quite double digits, 9.5 on the road, that you were dependent on your kicker to win the game. That tells me enough. That tells me that this offense overlooked this defense. That tells me that this Cowboys game meant a little bit too much. That tells me that Kyle wasn't ready. And even if the play calls were right, like I said, there were a couple of plays there that Brock Purdy could have done. They were definitely out there. Brock Purdy definitely had his opportunities. There was a lot out there that the 49ers could have done, right? Ayuk drop. That was probably 6 early in the game. That was probably 6 points that he dropped. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy missed Christian McCaffrey on the 6. Not Brock Purdy's fault. The first one, not Brock Purdy's fault. The second one is Brock Purdy's fault. He should have put that ball right where it needed to be. That's 12 points. The refs with that terrible sack fumble call in the first half, not cool. No bueno. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool. That's a big call. That's a big call in a game that was decided by 2 points, right? The refs, again, that Gibson play, no way no way you call that. There's no way you call that. And you can't review it. There's no way you call that. That gave them a first down that allowed them to drive and continue to score. And then Moody's 2 field goals. Those 2 field goals by Jake Moody that were missed resulted in 6 points. The 2 touchdowns that we were talking about is another 14 points. And I want to tell you guys something, man. You have 14 points to this score. We missed them. We're over 30 again. I'm just saying. And that's not counting the 6 that Jake Moody missed. I'm just saying. We were in position to win. We were in position to score. But we didn't do it. If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. It's the truth.
It's the truth. Phil comes back again and says, if a team can't depend on their kicker to make an average distance field goal when it matters most, every once in a while, and then you're in trouble. This absolutely was on Moody, and I still disagree with you. I hear you, and I understand what you're saying. Let me be very clear. I understand why you say that. And in isolated incidents, hey, Moody, we need one kick from you. Go out there and get it. And he don't get it, that's cool. That is cool. But he's a fucking rookie. He's a rookie. He's a rookie. He's not the best rookie kicker to ever be drafted. Aguayo was by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Him and Moody had something in common. Never missed a college kick, right? That's what they do. All they do is make them. All they do is make them. And Aguayo fizzled out after, what, 2 seasons in the NFL, some shit like that? Don't matter. It's a rookie. Don't tell me that your team's success is based on a rookie kicker. If that's as good as your team is, then you don't have a good team. We are not the 2022 Minnesota Vikings, where 9 of our games are going to be decided by 3 or less points. We're not them. This roster ain't that. Road game, home game, fair weather, bad weather. This roster is not that. And y'all should expect more. We can come up with all the excuses we want. Oh, the defense let us down. That's true. But the defense had a pick, and we scored on the very next play. The defense was responsible for those 7 points in essence. Y'all can come up with all y'all want. Kyle Shanahan's supposed to be this fucking guru, this genius, this mastermind. He's got his quarterback. He's got his guy in there under center. Christian McCaffrey fighting through the pain, fighting through a rib and oblique injury to go out there and carry on a play that didn't fucking count because your star left tackle decided to hold on that play. And that sent Christian McCaffrey to the sidelines for the rest of the game. Or when you get the ball back, when all you needed to do was sustain a couple of first downs, not the last possession, but the one before it, and you pass 3 times in a row, that tells me Kyle trusts his quarterback. That shit ain't have nothing to do with Jake Moody. Nothing to do with Moody. I don't agree with it. I'm not yelling at you, Phil. Not yelling at you at all. Don't take it that way. I'm just saying that it's bullshit. And this team, 2023, San Francisco 49ers, top 5 in all these fucking stupid-ass statistical categories that don't matter right now, is better than being dependent on a rookie field goal kicker. We're better than that. We are. I don't want to hear about we lost 2 skill position players. I don't want to hear about that we lost Deebo Samuel in this game. What about Brandon Ayuk? What about George Kittle? What about Kyle Juszczyk? What about Bronny Bell? Where'd they go? Jawan Jennings was everybody's favorite third in Jawan. Where did he go? One play that I recall where he made a difference. It's not on him. This is on Kyle. This is on the offense. This is on the offense. Don't tell me, oh, man, we had a really good pass rusher, Mike. We couldn't really do anything about it. I don't give a fuck about that. It doesn't matter. We played a really good pass rusher week 1, too. Played a really good pass rusher week 1. I don't want to hear about it. I am not basing my hopes and dreams, aspirations, and goals for this team on the leg of a rookie place kicker. I'm not doing it. My expectations exceed that. My expectations are better than that. Not saying he's never going to be the deciding factor in the game. I expect us to play better than that. Y'all should have those expectations too. Apollo says, the players run the locker room. Nick Bosa just showed you. He called out Wilkes. Make sure you guys subscribe to Patreon. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. If you thought for a second that I didn't catch that, Apollo, you're wrong. I am going to dig into this shit on Patreon. I'm going to go crazy on Patreon when I break that down. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. 49er fans, it's one loss, man. When it's all said and done, y'all have the right to be disappointed. Y'all have the right to be angry. Y'all have the right to be sad. Y'all have the right to be disappointed. When it's all said and done, y'all also have the right to be hopeful. Y'all have the right to be grateful. We are still a 5-1 team. I still take the Niners all day, every day against any team in the NFL. Not worried about it. Not worried about it. Do I think we'll grow? Yes. Do I think we'll get better? Yes. But do I think that we are definitively above reproach? Absolutely not. All the criticisms that come their way this year, they absolutely deserve it. Or from this game, I'm sorry, this week. This week is what I meant to say. All the criticisms that come their way this week, they absolutely deserve it. 100%. And don't be afraid to speak your piece. In this moment, how you feel is how you feel, and it's justified. I don't care if you say it's not a big deal, Mike. We'll be fine. That's justified. I don't care if you say, oh my God, Brock Purdy's not who we thought he was. This is what happens with 49ers quarterbacks after a couple of games. The league figures them out and they come back down to earth. You're justified. But reserve the right to change your mind as the season goes on and progresses. This is not a vacuum. This is not a what is, it's all that will be. It's not that situation. This is a living, breathing season. Brock can improve. Kyle can improve. Moody can improve. This defense can improve. Steve Wilks can improve. But they all could also get worse. They all could also stay the same. We reserve the right to react the way that we want to. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty for it. I believe this is the last super chat that I see in here. Let me double check. Fast Family Affair says here, you're capping, Mike. These games happen. Bad play and all. Kicker has to do his job as well. I completely agree. Ain't no cap there. Everything you said is 100% right. He's got to do his job, and he let us down today. He did. I'm not saying that he's absent of criticism or critique. I'm not saying that if he had made that kick, we wouldn't have won. Absolutely, we would have won that game. What I was saying was my expectations and hope for this team don't come down to the foot of a fucking rookie kicker. It's a big difference with what I'm saying. Very, very big difference. Could we have won this game if he made it? Yes. I've been saying for the last couple of weeks that it's okay if you guys don't call and consider Brock Purdy elite. I stand in that. I stand in that. I started the show with that same thought. All of y'all that was saying Brock Purdy is elite, all of y'all saying that Brock Purdy couldn't show you anything that made you concerned, you're all wrong. However, in the biggest moment, in the biggest drive of this game, he put us in position to win, and that is what elite quarterbacks do. While I criticized him and said that I don't think he's elite, I also said that's what elite people do. It breathes. It lives. There is no definitive statement about Brock Purdy. Both are true. He is not yet elite, but he shows you some elite tendencies. That's what I'm saying here with Jake Moody. Is Jake Moody a finished product? Absolutely not. No way do I think Jake Moody is the finished product. Should he have made those field goals? Yep. If he made those field goals, would we have won? Yep. But am I basing my hopes and dreams and goals on this season for this team on the foot of Jake Moody? Absolutely not. Because even without Jake Moody, we had plenty of other opportunities to win this game. That's what I'm saying. There's no cap in that. There's no cap in that. That's all I'm saying, bro. All right. I hope you understand what I'm saying, man. I appreciate everybody who rocked out with us. We're going to wrap this thing up here well before the 2-hour mark. You guys have been phenomenal. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Patreon page, man. Patreon.com/MB9ERS. The next Party in the Palisade is coming out on Tuesday. It's going to be a good one. Oh man. It's going to be a good one. Hope you guys tune in. All right. We'll see you guys over there soon. Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain. But always remain faithful. Breezy, take us home.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey. See, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but niners.